really want to create spaces in our homes with our children where we're in alignments or where we're an allowance of other people coming in to afflict, and affect our children in negative ways and negative rates that could hinder and harm them down the line. We're at a rate in this world, y'all, where they're wanting to tell or have the opportunity to come into our homes to tell us how we're supposed to be with our kids. They're wanting to have the opportunity to go into the schools and have our children decide and make decisions for themselves. They're even wanting to make it okay for predators to be able to make the abilities or make advances towards our children to affect them in negative ways. These things matter and they need to be brought into communication. These people are allowing themselves now to be at a rate to where they're defending and protecting these predators and being able to have access to our children, access to their likeness. And we do so sometimes ourselves by engaging on these platforms and sharing way too much, allowing way too much engagements, giving way too much screen time. And that's not something that we can always control, but we could limit it. And we could also open up conversations and spaces in our homes to be able to initiate forms of understanding, to actually have free thinkers. That is one of the most powerful things in the world, y'all, to have children at a very young age, okay, that are free spirited, free thinkers who know how to discern over themselves, even sometimes when it feels uncomfortable. My baby didn't feel uncomfortable coming to me and saying to me, "Hey, mommy, I saw my uncle, but he said, shh, don't tell your mommy this." And I knew it wasn't right. And I'm telling you, she sat there and she told me everything. I did not punish her for basically doing what she had did. I did not get on the phone immediately and call, the person, because I don't have a relationship with them. What I recognized was, because of the energy that we were in, this was an attempt to implant themselves back into our space, back into our lives, when I had already created the boundaries, because communication wasn't had, because things weren't being done appropriately. And they decided to go at it a different rate to be able to still have access to my daughter, which innately gives them access to me. Spirit says no. And you have the right to continue to be firm on your boundaries and not even want to address people in them doing something wrong. But be clear on alchemizing whatever it is that you're experiencing. Be clear on confirming to your children what it is that you're doing and why it is that you're making the decisions that you're making. Because you'll be at a rate of actually having and enhancing a communication that is always going to be natural and nurturing what it is that you are cultivating, especially when it's with your seeds, okay?